You can create a report from the home page, the library, and the Reports panel. The report opens in Edit mode with a default grid. The Report Designer includes a canvas where you can insert, resize, and reposition objects, the ability to add, remove, and select sheets, options and navigation buttons, and a Properties panel. You can add objects to a report using the Add icon in the toolbar, or by right-clicking the report body. I'll add a title and a description for the report. When setting up a grid for the first time, you must identify a data source. Click Setup Grid and select the data source to open the Grid Designer. You can change the data source in the Grid Properties panel. The initial grid returns dimension selections for the rows and columns. Typically, this is time in columns and accounts in rows. The Grid Designer includes a POV bar, a formula bar, options and navigation buttons, and a Properties panel. Using the dimension layout, you can drag and drop dimensions between the POV and the rows and columns, and reorder dimensions in the POV. When you are done, hide the dimension layout. You can set the default member labels for the Member Selector display. You can change the default grid member label heading in the Grid Properties panel and in individual row and column dimension header labels. Now let's select the members for the grid. For scenarios, remove scenarios and add actual, plan, and actual versus plan. For entities, remove entities and then use autocomplete in the formula bar to search for and select children of total entities and total entities. Separate the members into individual rows and columns and add a separator row. Insert a formula after the last column that will calculate the actual versus plan variance as a percentage. Create a custom heading for the new column. You can also modify the POV to filter the results. Now let's preview the grid. Notice that there is no data for Corporate HQ, and dashes indicate this in the cells. Notice also that a dash precedes negative numbers. Let's modify these and some other grid properties. Return to the grid editor and change suppression for no data to true. Next, select the cells you want to modify, click Cell Properties, and change the format for negative numbers. Let's also change the font and the shading color for the column header cells. Align the cells to the right and add a % suffix and 2 decimal places to the data for actual versus plan %. Let's add a currency prefix for the other data cells. Preview to confirm the changes. Notice that in this report, the currency symbols are not aligned. You can align prefix and suffix symbols in cell number formatting using the Align Prefix and Align Suffix properties. Preview the grid. The currency prefixes are now aligned. Finally, set the column width. Save your changes, and then close the Grid Designer to return to the Report Designer. Preview the final report and save it. Check the description for links to related tutorials. To learn more, visit docs.oracle.com.